all the time. I wanted to see what was under there. So when I questioned him about, how did I get here? Would I have been here had she not been wearing a poodle skirt? Probably not. So I say, thank you God for 1954 fashion. But I know that life is not so carelessly ordained. Of course not. There's a calling. Can you imagine? My father, Vernon, my mother, Vernita, had sex one time. One time. And I was what was under that poodle skirt. I was under there waiting on him. Whoa! There's a calling on all of our lives, and our job is to hear it first. Now, I started to hear it at an early age, even though I didn't know what it was. I remember there's only 6 photographs of me. That's one, standing on the back porch, growing up with my grandmother until I was 6 years old. And I was standing on the back porch watching my grandmother hang clothes on the line. And you know, we were so poor, and in rural Mississippi, it really was like a little house on the prairie. So, no running water, no electricity for the first 6 years of my life, and my grandmother was boiling clothes in a big iron pot, and she said, Oprah Gayle, you better watch me now, because one day you're gonna have to learn how to do this for yourself. And I'm standing there watching her, and that thing that we all have, you have it. Sometimes you don't pay attention to it, but you have it. It's called many things. Instinct, it's called intuition. Some people even call it the voice of the divine. I heard it, I felt it, all inside myself. When she said, you better watch me now, because one day you may have to do this for yourself, that little voice said, sense enough not to tell my grandmother. But I could feel inside myself that the life that I saw, everything we did on our little, I used to think it was a farm, then I went back and I realized it was an acre, it was not a farm. But raising the pigs and the chickens and milking the cows and going to the well to get the water and everything coming out of the garden, I now realize that when I was viewing all of that, I knew that somehow, and we didn't have television, I didn't know, I just had that feeling inside myself, this will not be my life. So I grew up in the church, speaking in front of small audiences, people fanning themselves in the front row, and in the sweltering heat, listening to me recite Bible verses. My first Bible verse was, Jesus rose on Easter Day, hallelujah, hallelujah. All the angels did proclaim. And all the sisters sitting in the front row said to my grandmother, Lord, this child can talk. This is a talking child. This child gonna grow up and be a teacher or something one day. I believed them. That was the beginning of my broadcasting career, really. And I felt something in me, I felt a calling in me that I could not imagine. And over the years, people have questioned, and I've been interviewed many times, but to really understand my story, your story, you have to understand who I am. Who are you? Who are you? That's a great question. I never thought about it seriously until a couple of years ago. Actually, a year and a half ago, Deepak Chopra and I were making a trip to India, and he wanted to interview me for the India Times, and he asked that question, and I knew I couldn't answer with, I am a talk show host. I am a friend, I'm a philanthropist, I am a teacher, I am. Those are all roles that we play, and if I were to ask you today, right now, to come up on stage and tell me who you are, you would probably list a bunch of the roles that you play in life. I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I teach, I'm a pharmacist, I'm a doctor, I'm a clerk. Those are all roles that we play. But who are you in the quietness and stillness of your being? Well, I thought about this. And when you really think about it, give yourself some time to think about it while you're turning up the volume on your life. I answered, I am a whisper on the breath of God. A whisper on the breath of God. I am human, living within and through divine intelligence. I had that thought, and then I came across this Bible verse that I hadn't remembered for a long time. It's Acts 17:28, that really described exactly what I was feeling. In God, I move and breathe and have my being. So how powerful is that, to not just know who you are, but whose you are? So I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm not. Because I define God as all that is. It is the space in which I live and breathe and have my being. It is the divine. It is the earth, the sun, the planets, the stars. It's the order of things. It's the laws of the universe. It's science. God is science, and physics, and metaphysics, and biology. And everything that is the force field of energy that's moving the universes forward, all that is evolving. So I see myself, this is how I got from Mississippi to Hamilton, is that I have always seen myself as the micro within the macro. I have known since I was a little girl and could hear that, feel that thing that I now call divine, that I now call intuition, that I now call an energy beyond my own intelligence. I have always listened to that. And I understand that I am like the wave within the ocean, you know? Not the ocean, but the wave within the ocean. When you watch the waves come to shore, and the multitude of waves come to shore, I see myself as that. Not the power of the ocean, but coming from that which is the power, being symbolic, metaphorically, of divine energy, and being able to tap into that power whenever I need to fulfill my purpose, to honor my calling. And when you do that, when you are in alignment with the reason why you were created, there is nothing more powerful than you and what you're doing. So, purpose. Everybody needs to figure it out. And lots of people here may know it, and some of you probably do not. People make such